some of that. Yeah. Had to be what this episode's of course it is. Even though we're not really going to be talking about the Spurs match, but Ali, you were there. Oh, go on.
I was, and I have to say, I'm glad I was with the West Ham media because rather than with the Tottenham media, because when that goal went in, all neutrality went out the window.
Oh dear, I must admit. Yeah, so I caught the first half and I was getting worried because they seem to have a lot more of the possession. So yeah, I think you're right, Al. Do you know what? Can I just say what I'm disappointed about? And it's
Yeah,
not having, it's really not having a go at the Tottenham fans, but there were a few. I did hear quite a few boos. To be fair, it
yeah.
didn't feel right. What was it like in the stadium?
So it was there were a fair few boos, and it's sad because of who it came from, because it came from people who should have known better. Like there was a bunch of kids there and
Mm.
they were just excited to support their team.
Yeah,
So it was one of those things that they weren't getting involved in that. They were just like cheering on Spurs, singing their
yeah,
songs, waving their flags. They were happy. It
yeah,
was middle-aged men, let's be honest, who came to the game, I think, because their men's game got cancelled
yeah.
and they wanted some football. Because I'd spoken to a couple of other Tottenham fans who'd said the same thing. They'd gone down thing, and it just felt like they were bringing the men's mentality, which we've seen in a couple of other
Yeah.
games.
Well, we've seen it at ours again, not having a go at Spurs. It's just, I
Yeah,
think that's the concern. Because to me as well, it's more like trying to keep more like a grassroots feel, really, rather
yeah,
than sort of like what it's like at the men's. So I was disappointed to hear the booing. And I think, we always shout people down if we ever got that. And they kind of understood it and got it. But I
yeah,
think maybe there's too many people going along now, which we want. We want more
yeah,
people coming along, don't we? We're not saying it's everyone from who watches the men's teams
yeah.
are like that. There's just a certain few. So I think we've still got to govern our own grounds. Anyway, let's get on. Well done, Kate, and Dagny as
Hmm.
well. Let's not forget
Yeah,
Dagny. She scored against Tottenham at home, didn't she,
yeah.
with us? And then she assisted as well.
And
So,
that was a beautiful assist as well.
weren't it just? Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just say very quickly, I've watched the commentary so many times, I can tell you exactly how like they commentated it, who was picking up what where. I've watched it so many times.
Do you want to recreate that for us again then? Would you
Oh
like
yeah.
to?
Do
Come
you
on
want
then. Come on.
so yeah. So it's win to Walker, Walker back to win, but who pings it over to Dagny over the head, and then it's Longhurst. Told you I watched it so many times.
Yeah. Although I've seen all the videos coming down from the way she got from the box to the camera, and I must
Yeah,
admit, I think I could recreate that, but we won't be doing that, so I've not got a big enough room to do that in. But yeah. But yeah, okay. So look, let's move on to what we're supposed to be talking about, which is the match against Chelsea on Wednesday.
yeah, no, absolutely. So I mean, I know a few fans groaned when we got the draw because it isn't the most favourable draw. We haven't got much luck against Chelsea with something like one draw and as many losses against them. But each time we've played them, we've got better and better and better. And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it didn't go well last time we played them in the Conti. We don't talk about that. But I do think we're going to do quite well against them.
Mm.
They haven't got their full squad.
Right.
They're down to 15 players.
Yeah.
So I mean, yes, they're some of the best in the world, but they haven't got Ericsson. She's still injured from Wolfsburg. They haven't got Melda because she's still injured. They haven't got
That's right.
Lauren James. They haven't got a couple
Kerr.
of other
They
players.
haven't got Kerr
Yeah,
and G because
exactly.
Kerr and G are off at the Asian Cup.
Exactly. So they've got a lot of their key playmakers. So they're going to be playing with players that don't play with each other very often.
Yeah.
And I think we can use that to our advantage.
I think you're right as well. I mean, look, it's at Kings Meadow. It's not at Kings Meadow, I was going to say,
I was
which
going to
is...
say that.
Yeah, no, it's not at Kings Meadow. I'm getting my words mixed. I'm still excited about the match at Tottenham. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so it's not at Kings Meadow. We've obviously got sort of Yui, Tamika as well out, as well as Mac. Leon obviously still with the injury as well. So we've got a few of... But again, I'm actually feeling that, it's going to be a really close match. I think we could actually do this. Ooh,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
absolutely. Like anybody who watched on Sunday will see that Anna Lee had the game of her life. Like, there is a reason we managed to stay in it for so long, and the fact that their only goal, she went the right way for the penalty. It's just there was too much force on it.
Yeah.
So I'm not even worried about like our goalkeeping situation, because Anna is proving to be tough competition for Mac when Mac gets back.
Yeah, I mean, if she'd have just been that inch taller, she would have
Yeah.
got that, you know. But talking, I mean, we've now got Emily Moore, another Canadian, and Moore, what a great name. Maybe it's a sign. For on loan, albeit on loan at the moment. I don't really know much about Emily, but again, heard pretty good things about her. Great backup.
Yeah, exactly. It's another youngster,
Yeah.
which I'm excited that we're starting to do that now, because for a while we were picking up players that were leaving club. Nothing wrong with the players we've got. I love the players we've got, but we were just sort of picking up names. Now we seem to be scouting. So she's just come from the collegiate system, which has done us very well, because we got Grace Fisk out of that. We had I think Joel's come out of that, and Joel is one of our great youngsters.
Yeah.
So we've done really well out of the American collegiate system, and I think it's going to be a great backup for Anna, because it's going to give her someone to spar with. She's not going to get complacent because Mac's gone. It's still giving her someone to spar with, compete with, to get that place.
So, I mean, obviously, they've not got Kerr up front, really. It's only sort of Kirby, isn't it, really, up front now? We've got to watch on Wednesday.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if Hayes does go for a one up front and build more of a defence, because just the way that her players are falling is just the fact that Kirby is her main striker, with Kerr out in the Asia Cup. So, yes, I mean, anybody who's watched Kirby play, the pace on Kirby, I think, is what we've got to watch out for, because if Kirby gets on the counter, you know, so I wouldn't have a lot. If I was harder, I wouldn't be playing tactics where I bring all my players up for, even if it's for a corner, even if it's for something like that, I wouldn't do it. I would make sure I had at least two of my defenders at the back.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Ali. I mean, I think, thank goodness as well, Howard got a sending off in the WSL and not the Cup, because I think we would have been really struggling, actually, because Howard's pace, I think, you know, she's going to, you know, we're going to need her sort of a force. Hopefully she won't be as hot-headed as she is. But again, I think I do blame Kate for that, to be fair, for winding her up in the first place. She was scared of Kate. But so, okay, so what else do we have to watch out for, Ellie?
So their defence is top-notch. I'll be interested to see which goalkeeper they play out, because normally it's Telford, but I think because it's their first Conti game, because they came in at the quarter stages, they may go all guns blazing. So defensively, they've got some cracking backs, but again, they're missing Eriksson, who is a great defender for them. You know, they're missing Melda, who runs that wing for them. So they are missing some key players in defence. Not saying that's going to make it a walkover, because they've still got the tour de force that is Millie Bright, who is basically their version of Howie, the fact that they're both brick walls, both got the pace and stuff like that on them. So, and she'll probably be captain, I reckon. So it's going to be a tough match. I can't say that it's going to be easy and that we're going to walk it, but I don't think it's going to be another 6-0 dropping.
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a brilliant match for neutrals anyway, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So get along to go and watch the match. So do you want to predict the score? I'm a bit scared to. I don't know what to do with this.
I know. I'm like, do you know what? I was talking to someone today, and I think this might work out in our favour. But I reckon somebody called us the West Ham are the draw queens at the moment, that we're very good at getting draws, much to our annoyance sometimes. And I wouldn't be surprised if it went 1-1 and we went down to penalties. And I reckon we could take them on penalties.
Oh, yeah.
My nerves won't take it, but I reckon we could take it on penalties.
I'll be hiding behind the flag, I think. I won't be, Yeah, I think you could be right there. I think, it's going to be such a tough one. As I say, with so many players missing both sides as well, I just can't really envisage exactly what's going to go on. I just know it's going to be a really tough game for both sides, and I think it's going to be really enjoyable. I'm going to say we're going to win, but I'm not going to say how, because I have no idea. Anyway, right, okay. So, we'll see you next time. Sorry it's been a little bit longer, but of course we had to mention Kate, didn't we, Allie?
Yeah, of course we haven't. If you haven't watched the goal, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, we'll see you again soon. We've got some special ones coming up as well with some old ex players, not old, but ex West
Yeah.
Ham players as well, coming up very, very soon for you. Give us a shout if you want us to do anything or talk about anything else. Just give us a shout and we'll see you soon. Cheers, Al. Take care.
Bye all.